Well, my name is Patchari Raksawong, Kinsperger. I'm married now. And what do? I freelance. I work here and there. Basically, I lecture at various universities. There's the Nakari Bureau, I lecture in English for tourism. There's also Thammasat University, the journalism faculty. I lecture there in speech communication. What else do? I also lecture at Bandit Patana Singh, and that's in English for graduates. And on top of that, I do a bit of entertainment work. I have some television programs which I do. There's Footbit Fai that teaches English on Channel 9. There's also a game show which focuses also on English, and that's called Weti Punke. That's on air on Channel 5. On top of that, I have some radio work as well. I read the news on Met 107, top of the hour. I also have a radio program on Sundays, FM 96.5, and I also read the news for NHK World. I also take on MC events, so there are MC jobs out there for me as well. So that's my work life in a nutshell. MUIC back then was a little gem surrounded by a forest. It was, anytime somebody would ask me, where do you study? I would say, Mahidol Satya campus. And I was like, whoa, you're out back there, you're like out in the moon, are you? On the moon, are you? And yes, so that was the feel of MUIC back then. Very secluded. We were actually known as ISDP back then. That's how old or how ancient it was back then. But I thought that the quality was very good, and I gained a lot from studying at ISDP MUIC, both in terms of the courses, the academic side, as well as from the extracurricular activities during my time at ISDP MUIC. From the very start, I wanted to be a diplomat like my father, and back then when I was studying here, it wasn't so diverse. The faculties, the majors, and the courses weren't as diverse as what we have today, so it was very limited. Back here, ISDP offered only the arts and the sciences. You only had food science and computer science, and then you had travel industry management, and then you had business administration. I was very focused on becoming a diplomat, just like my father, and follow in his footsteps, but it turned out there wasn't a direct degree which would lead me towards international relations. But my father, he says, you just stay here because your brother's here. So I ended up studying business administration in the hope that after I graduate, there would be something more catered to my line of interest, which is diplomacy. So I took that degree in business administration, and then after that, I was still set on diplomacy, right? I didn't decide at MUIC what I wanted to do, but what MUIC provided me with was the skills to take on my career path, which I stumbled on as an accident. So when I was about to graduate and get my degree, by the way, so proud to be the very last year to receive my degree from His Majesty King Rama IX. That was the very last year. And yes, during that time, I realized that I had a particular skill which would help me develop a career, and that was in teaching. And also what I learned from MUIC was that you see, I was very shy back then, but then I was thrust towards the stage to do to represent the faculty in Miss Nopamat contest, the cheerleader, and hold the sign for the faculty. And after that, you gain a little bit of confidence each time. And so by the time I graduated, I had a lot more confidence in me than when I started off at MUIC as a freshman. I took from there, okay, and I developed the the skills of being able to perform and to speak with confidence in front of an audience. And that was when I decided to change my plans from entering diplomacy towards what I do today. I think perseverance in what you want to do is key. Now, if you're born to be, you get a head start, right? You get a head start, you have a natural flair for whatever it is you're good at. But if you're born to be and you're lazy and you just sit on your bum and you don't refine your skills, it's not going to take you very far either. And if you're made to be, you see you've worked really hard and you've done the research, you've gotten out there onto the field, you've gained the experience, that is what is going to take you far. So you're born to be, which is great. You have the building blocks, you have the basis of what's going to make you great, but if you don't add on to that, you're not going to get anywhere. So I think they go both together quite well. Well, I think to be like me or to be anything that you dream of becoming takes a lot of hard work and it takes a lot of practice. So whatever it is that you do want to be, I think you should be brave and get out there and look for the experiences and just to give it your best, fail, get up and learn from the mistakes. And I think something that is so important is that during your year studying at MUIC, you should take the opportunities that are handed your way. For example, in my case, I didn't want to be a cheerleader, I didn't want to be an akapama, but because people give you the opportunity, you go for it, because each opportunity, it's like bitter medicine sometimes, you don't like it, it's uncomfortable and you feel shy, but it only makes you stronger in the end and it only improves you and your skills. So that's what I would like to say, and make the most of your years, absorb as much as you can academically and head out there, extracurricular activities, make the most of that as well. Hone your skills and try to really build that confidence so that you can get there to where you dream of being.